Good afternoon. Welcome again to 6-week mindfulness journey. We're on week 2, day 4 now. Bit of a sunny day for a change. A little bit windy still. It's dropped a bit. Hopefully that's the worst of that behind us. Hopefully all of you watching have been okay, managed to stay safe and stay away from it. That's all I did when it was really bad last week. Had a whole day spent inside, just not wanting to risk it. So yeah, there we go. Quick recap on the activity from yesterday. So, and just a reminder, this whole sort of section is about something called allowfulness. So it's allowing sensations. This is talking about. I think this one was mainly, it was focusing on the sensation of stress and tension, noticing where it is in the body. Take your attention to it, notice the type of sensation it is, feel the emotion as a physical sensation, notice how it moves or doesn't, notice the weight of it, the texture of it, the size of it. And the idea is to notice these things, not to catalogue them or better understand them, but just as a way to stay curious, to keep sparking your interest and openness and keep coming back to the sensation. So that was that one. And where are we? On the wrong page. I will get going then, without further ado. So day 4, allowfulness at work. First part here is called making peace with your job. As we walk through this world as human beings, we tend to get into struggles with life. We engage in battles we can't win, to change the past or to control the future. We get lost in endless scheming, planning, manipulating, and even tantrums in our vain attempts to do the impossible, which is to change the way the world looks right now. Take a look around you and tell me this. Can you change the way your surroundings look at the moment? This, for me, it goes back to what I was mentioning in previous videos about, work out the things that you're worried about or that are stressing you out, and then basically cross out the things that you can't control. The way your surroundings look, let's be honest, is one of the things you can't control. They just look the way they look. Well, I mean, your immediate surroundings, so your actual home, I would suggest, yes, you can change that and make it look better. For me, I spent a bit of I don't know how long it was yesterday. I was just kind of a bit of a tidy up, a clean, just those little things. Cleared some stuff which I think was making it feel a little bit cluttered in here. It's only a small 1-bedroom flat, so it doesn't take long for it to feel cluttered. And I feel it looks better already. In fact, the space I've cleared, I know what I want to put there. I need something for my books. I've got so many books. So I want a bookcase where everything's kind of available to get anytime. So yeah, that'll be my plan once I finally start working, which will be this weekend. Anyway, it says, as I've just mentioned, take a look around and work out, can you change the way your surroundings look at the moment? Not in 5 seconds from now or in 10 years, but can you change how things appear now? Can you change your emotions, your thoughts, or the state of your body in this instant? And can you change your financial situation, your relationships, or your workplace in this very moment? If you're honest, the answer is no. Of course, you can take action now, and that may lead to change, but as each instant unfolds, it is exactly as it is without exception. When you argue with reality, you inevitably lose. Excuse me. One place in which this argument is strong is people's place of work or their place of service. The author says they prefer the term service because it covers whatever you do on a day-to-day basis, be it paid work, raising a family, caring for others, or looking for paid work. I would also add into there, any voluntary work that you decide you wanted to do, or that you're doing. Whatever that ritual is, whatever the daily ritual is, many humans find that their mind is not particularly happy with it. Perhaps the work is repetitive, poorly paid, or even unpaid, and perhaps it appears that your contribution is unappreciated. Whatever the apparent cause, minds love to complain about this. And they love to figure out what should be happening and compare it to what is. And this is two things, stressful and hopeless. For one thing, reality doesn't care about your preferences. Reality just is. Secondly, arguing with what is will only increase your frustration and will draw you deeper into the world of thought, thereby strengthening the patterns that created your present moment. And finally, this argument turns life into a battleground in which it's me versus the world. As I fight to get this moment to look the way I think it should, or to get what I think I deserve. This existence is stressful because I believe I know what the world should look like, so I'm at war with it. This war is a choice you don't have to make, instead you can allow. What if, just for a week, you stopped mentally complaining about work? What if instead you engaged with it fully and tried to improve things as best you could? Mentally complaining is not an attempt to improve things. Complaining is an addiction. The mind loves to complain even, specifically about things that are unlikely to change or impossible to change, I guess, as well. It gives the mind energy, attention and something to think about, which is the perfect combination. Instead of repeating this useless pattern, you have the power to put that energy into improving things. First, though, you must allow them to be as they are. Yeah, that talking of the power of the energy to improving things brings my mind back to something I'd seen the clinical psychologist Dr. Jordan Peterson talk about. I've read one of his books, and it mentions this in there about before wanting to fix the world, basically get your own house in order. Now, on the surface, that probably doesn't sound very profound, but actually the way he explains it is, the home is basically a microcosm of the world. So, if you can't affect your immediate surroundings, i.e. get your stuff in order, tidy up like I did yesterday, and then what chance do you stand of being able to change anything on a bigger scale? I did it yesterday, as I said. I sort of suddenly found that energy. Didn't really know where it came from. It was just suddenly there, so I took advantage of it, and I feel that I improved it slightly, and it's looking a little bit tidier in here, a little bit more livable, shall we say. It says first, though, you must allow them to be as they are. Allow these things to be as they are before improving. And okay, we're to the activity already. So the activity is being at peace at work. Now I know so far I'm not going to be able to do this yet. I'm not due to start my new job until this weekend. But yeah, I'll certainly be keeping this certainly at hand or in mind, when I start my new job. Today I invite you to try two things that may not seem to fit together. Allow work to be as it is and do whatever you can to improve it. To do this, you must first enter the present moment with your awareness. Bring attention to the breath for a moment and enter this now. As you do so, look around and let everything in your vision be as it is. Just look, and if judgments arise, allow them to come and go, and make the act of looking your primary focus. As you look around, you may find yourself drawn to take some action. If you're at home, you may find yourself wiping crumbs off the kitchen table. If you're outside, you may find yourself picking up some rubbish. Whatever you feel drawn to do, take that action with awareness and allowfulness. Stories may try to take over, perhaps about who should have wiped the table, or that people should not litter, but stay with what is. The crumbs are there, and you are there, peacefully wiping the table. If there is nothing to do, then just sit and enjoy this instant. When you go to work today, take this same attitude and see what happens. Make friends with this instant and notice what you are called to do. This is the path of peace at work and in life. I like that. So certainly sounds like it would make work more interesting, and it seems like it takes in a bit of that curiosity as well, of just sort of looking around and watching what's happening in front of you. Yeah. You may be surprised at what changes when you bring allowfulness into your place of service. Things may change, you may find yourself leaving, or you might enjoy it a whole lot more. And whatever does or does not change, you can know that through you, a little more peace is entering in this world. Yeah, I think the main thing for me, certainly my previous job role, that made it so much more enjoyable was, I'd had difficult and stressful days, and perhaps that had got me down and might have affected me and those around me. But kind of throughout that, I would always really endeavour to bring just a positive attitude and be happy. I was always genuinely happy to see people anyway, but make sure I am happy around those people, and I saw that most of the time kind of rubbing off, and it led to actually what I felt to be great working relationships, and really enjoyable shifts working with the people that I worked with. I mean, it's a shame that I ended up leaving in the way I did, but that was just what it was. It got to a point where I realised that there was nothing I could do or say that would influence it either way. So it just was what it was. I kind of had to let it happen. But there we go. So yeah, that's actually the end of that one. And I'm just going to leave you with a very short little quote I saw from the other little mindfulness book that I've got here. This I believe is just by the author. It doesn't say whether it's adapted from anything or from a particular era. When we have genuine self-love, we can tap into our true goodness, see the gifts we've been given, and then experience the joy of sharing them with others. I think that actually probably ties in with what I was saying. Perhaps I'd got to a place where I learned to love myself, and like myself. Big one for me is enjoying your own company. Obviously living on my own, I kind of have to, but generally there's times I'd love to still go out and be sociable, but there's also other times where I'm just quite happy in my own bubble, enjoy my own company. A pretty short one today. Thank you for joining me, thank you for watching, those that are. Please, if you feel the need to, like and or comment on the video, share it with friends and family, people that you think might like it and or might benefit from hearing what I'm saying, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you really love it. That's it for today. Take care all, and much love.